What the sweet motherfuck did we just watch?
We just watched Space Jam 2.
It's not Space Jam 2. Let's get that perfectly fucking clear.
Okay. This film's been in development for the past...
Not that long.
No,
No, there was other Space Jams that were in development that never happened because Looney Tunes Back in Action bombed and killed the entire Space Jam verse.
Yeah,
there was a Tony Hawk Jam
Yes.
in development, which I would love to see that.
Oh,
Because Tony Hawk would just be like, fuck yeah, dude. And it's just them going to the X Games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, make that a thing.
Yeah, the Back in Action, that's gonna be like a legit thing. We're gonna just kind of do a quicker whatever this
Discussion
is.
about this.
This is basically a prototype for.
Why don't we start with you? What does the original Space Jam mean to you? Because you saw it recently. I have a pretty good memory, so I remember most of it. I saw it like a year ago with my girlfriend. And,
So it's definitely nostalgia for me. The original Space Jam, it was. I mean, it's great, but also it's not a good movie.
No, it never. I don't think it ever like set itself out to be a good movie.
No, it's
a movie that only exists in 1996.
Yeah, it's a 96. Like, hey kids, come on, eat some popcorn, have
you
some
know
M&Ms.
how the genesis of it happened.
It was like a joke, right?
It was literally a joke because Michael Jordan was doing all those commercials and he was huge, and the Warner Brothers were actually huge too.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if, like, somehow Jordan was, like, at, like, a Warner Brothers cartoon and someone was like, go on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do, like, a... So, this... Let me... Did you have anything more you want to say about the original?
Basically, the original was just they grabbed Michael because he was god of basketball, and he was the only one whose ego was big enough. That's why, like,
aside from Shaq,
like
Shaq
he
was
had,
like, I'm out.
he has a love of the game clause and all this other stuff. Basically, he did this because he's a whore for money, and he's always has been. And
you can't blame him.
No, you can't.
Everyone's got an issue with like entertainers or athletes or whatever being whores for money. I'm like, that's what they're.
Yeah,
doing.
like he did it for money, and it shows, and it was a cash grab, and it worked, and we all loved it because it was just a fun movie. It was a fun, like 90-minute movie, like
it was short, yeah,
hour and a half.
It gets to the point.
Get in, get out.
Like he's
have
only
fun.
like in it, like in the beginning, like in the regular real world for like
15
minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
10, 15
but that's why I loved like Wayne Newton coming in.
Yeah, not Wayne Newton. Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight, yeah, sorry. Wayne Knight.
Wayne Newton.
Sorry, I was close. Because he has to get all of his sponsorships down. They're like, well, fuck that.
Nike,
Nike, McDonald's, all that other stuff.
And
yeah.
all that shit.
So
like they winked at, like they both kind of looked at the camera for a minute, like, did he just fucking say that?
So that one was pretty good, and that's still kind of, it's not as great
as you remember,
but it does hold up stylistically.
The animation was a lot better.
The animation, yeah, it felt a lot more expensive. It's still not as good. It doesn't hold the candle to something like Roger Rabbit, where to this day it still looks perfect.
So,
but now we have this one with as more money than God, and so let's get into it.
Okay.
This movie.
Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes. Here, why don't you bring just eat the microphone a little bit. Here, let me just. Hold on, folks.
Jesus.
Okay, there we go. So this movie is LeBron James being a family man.
Which I'm sure he is in real life.
Yes. They have actors playing his children because
obviously
it's probably just easier just to have actor children.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't want like his real kids like to actually try
like
to
that,
act.
because if they bomb, then
they did that with they did that with Jordan too. Like,
yeah, because that was such a minor. Like anybody could have done that. It's
but
fine.
in fairness, the kids play like a bigger role or at least his one son does. His son's an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's like 12, so fuck.
I don't give a shit. If I was 12, I wouldn't hang out with a computer.
It's Don Cheadle though. He's got charisma.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh
wait, does that mean that they own Rush Hour?
No.
Damn it. I was expecting Jackie Chan to just show up and like win.
I don't know.
So Steve and I had a little game.
Yeah.
Where during the basketball game at the end, we spotted
at least 40.
We spy at least 40 different characters from multiple franchises. Most of them are rated.
Yeah, most of them,
such as,
like, all the R-rated movies are up front.
Such as It. We spy both clowns.
Yeah.
Well, I only spy... I think I saw the 91 Pennywise.
Both Pennywises.
I think.
I swear I think I saw the newer one.
Oh, you definitely saw a newer one. They show them like 18 times. I just don't know if I saw the 1991 one.
Yeah, we saw Clockwork Orange. We saw 89 Batman, 60s Batman.
Well, they do like we never actually see the 89 Batman himself, but we see the Joker and the Joker's men, and you can tell they're the Joker's men from that movie because they have the leather jackets. There's a reason why we're talking about this and not the actual movie, because the actual movie
it's all over the fucking place.
It's all over the place. So
Rick and Morty fucking show up. Rick and goddamn Morty.
But the Aqua Teens don't.
They're in the back. They're in the cheap seats, way in the back.
So
they
let's talk about the plot real quick. I'll go into it.
Right.
The plot is basically LeBron James takes basketball like way too fucking seriously
because he was beaten as a child or whatever.
Apparently,
he throws a Game Boy in
which
the trash.
First of all,
fuck no.
In 1998? Why is he hanging out with a shitty Game Boy?
No, it was like in 88.
No, it was 1998.
Oh yeah, 98. So he's got an old school,
which they're acting like oh, is this brand new? I'm like,
no, it was an old one.
Well, it's Akron, Ohio.
So he was poor. So it's at least 10 years, because that was a Game Boy.
It wasn't a Game Boy Color.
No, it was an OG Game Boy from like 89.
Which is weird because like initially they show like one of those like fade images of like, you know, there's the main image and then there's like like
him,
and it's an actual Warner Bros. Game.
Yeah, it's Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash
or something like that, and it's a terrible game.
Yeah, no.
So no wonder why he threw it away.
Yeah, but he threw the Nintendo away, so I'm expecting a lawsuit in the next few days to be announced. So like, he goes, okay, no fun, which that is not actually how LeBron is.
No, LeBron seems like the most I don't know. We don't know.
He's very serious about the fundamentals for sure, but like he knows how to like just be
also,
you.
Too, at the end of the day, when it comes to any sport, you have to have fun with it. Otherwise, what the hell? Like, you take yourself too seriously, you're gonna crash and burn.
Yeah, you're gonna be like a Larry Bird, where he
nothing.
The day after Larry Bird retired,
yeah,
he says he won't even pick up for like a local Y game.
What?
Yeah, he said like.
Whereas you hear about guys like Shaq and all that, they're always playing a pickup game every now and then.
Yeah, he like Larry Bird, like he fucked his body up because he played so hard.
Jesus Christ!
That like every second he wasn't on the court, he was in a full body cast, which he burned afterwards.
I'd blow my brains out.
And then said, "Fuck it." So let's go into the plot. All right.
All right. So LeBron, his son is a game. An aspiring game developer, but he wants his son to, for some reason, his youngest son, not his older son, who has way more talent, and clearly more drive to be an athlete.
Yeah,
he wants both of his sons.
Yeah. He wants a dynasty on the court.
Okay, so he wants a dynasty on the court, which that never works.
No,
in any, except for maybe wrestling.
Yeah, well,
and even then, that's all like set up.
That's pure genetics.
That's genetics and steroids. But and even then, like. That's set up through stories and all that. But
you can not, as long as you can take a hit, you're fine.
Yeah, like you can. Hey, son, you want to take this chair upside your head?
Sure.
You know. Let me adjust this a little bit. I think.
And so, like, okay, so like he grows up.
Okay.
He's getting his kid through this thing. They have, and then the algorithm.
Oh, don't not get me started.
Which is played by Don Cheadle, just having a fucking time with this role.
Don Cheadle was like,
because he's always wanted to play a villain and then he never gets to.
I swear he was a villain, and
I'm sure he has, but he never gets to play like a
fun
thriller.
Villain.
He never gets to play a fun bad guy. So
like an old school Bond villain.
Yeah,
something.
like so. This is where he want to go. We're just going into it because this is complete stream of conscious. We'll do a better version of this later,
someday.
But. We just have to talk about this or we might lose our fucking minds.
So, LeBron and his son are invited to the Warner Bros. Studios.
Which, hi, Sarah Silverman. Goodbye,
Sarah and Stephen Ewan, Glenn. Your head's looking really good these days.
That's what Sarah Silverman's like she's the queen of just okay, goodbye.
But what's
see you later,
hilarious
Sarah.
is that it's not even just Rick and Morty. There's other like adult things too that are like clearly referenced. Like the office that she's in has a poster for Aquaman, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then it has a picture of the Joker from 2019.
Yeah, 2019's Joker.
And imagine if I'm little 6-year-old Brian. I love Batman.
Yep.
I hear there's a Joker movie. I want to see that. And then I watch it and I cry.
Yeah, because
I'm terrified.
Because we live in a painful society. You're too young to understand the concepts of.
And I was really hoping they'd make like a joke about like him appearing in that movie for a second, like as like Murray Franklin instead of Robert De Niro. Like, hey LeBron, when you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? No, dude, no.
no, you're a bench warmer.
He's
man.
like, you went to Cleveland, and then you left them to go to the Lakers.
Which good move. I'd do that
even like Arthur Fleck, but you know, in fairness though, dude, that was actually a really smart financial move. I do not blame you.
Also, fuck Ohio.
Yeah, and I killed three people, and that's the thing that pisses them off.
Yeah, well, you know. But,
anyway, back to this.
So like, yeah, they get invited because the algorithm wants LeBron James to star in Warner Brothers properties,
which is okay. Like, I don't understand how that benefits the algorithm.
Because that means that the algorithm made a smart move, which means that he gets more respect. And
who created it?
I don't know, some fucking nerd.
Okay, so like, because then you gotta wonder.
They could have gone a lot of different ways, and they're like, fuck it. There's just an algorithm, because they're getting meta with it, where people. This is basically Warner Brothers like, haha, we can make fun of ourselves too, and also look at all this shit we own, go buy it.
Yeah. Like, hey, remember Tim Burton's Batman? Because they reference not only just Tim Burton's Batman, but they reference Batman the Animated Series all in one scene.
Yeah.
In this algorithm segment where it was like, what was it? Like LeBron was like Mr. Freeze, and they're playing the Tim Burton Batman music over BTOS.
Yep.
But it's Batman in the '89 costume, more or less, which is so much of a weird visual for me.
Which, yeah, so it
doesn't look correct at all.
It's
that's me.
Yeah.
What other movies was he showing? Harry Potter.
Basically Harry Potter, The Matrix, Casablanca.
No, that was later.
Yeah, Casablanca, The Matrix, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which, that was disturbing.
So, long story short, the algorithm, like, LeBron's like, yeah, this shit's kind of creepy. Like, why the fuck did y'all invite me here?
Like, why I don't want to be computer imaged.
So, like, what the algorithm does is that it takes, like, the likeness and everything and computerizes it into, like, a person. Basically, it would eliminate the need for actors.
Yeah, basically, it's like, hey, you know how we can make that Tupac hologram? Well, imagine, like, this week's episode of The New Batman. It's LeBron James as the Freezer. The Freezer.
Mr. Freeze, you idiot.
No. A new concept so they don't have to.
It's
the
like
freezer.
Mr. Freeze's like sidekick.
Yeah, or something. You know,
Mr. Freeze and the freezer.
Yeah, fuck it, because
it's Captain. Oh no, wait, Captain Cold's a real thing. Okay, it's Mr. Freeze and Dr. Zero.
Yeah.
Which is just Mr. Freeze.
Or like, hey, what if LeBron was hanging out with like. What was the fucking thing? It was like he's hanging out with Batman, or hey, maybe he's in Harry Potter now.
Yeah, and there was some other movie. I'm just drawing a blank on what it was, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the algorithm gets salty
because like LeBron's like actors and athletes don't mix.
Which tell that to Shaq, tell that to Jordan. Who else? Or Batista.
Yeah, but they were all
Hulk Hogan.
Terrible. Like shit. Like.
Okay. It doesn't matter, man. It's still hilarious. But anyway, well, Batista's good.
So the algorithm kidnaps him and his son,
and also his son's game is a basketball game,
which it seems like NBA Jam.
It's literally just NBA Jam, but like new.
Yeah,
it's basically just NBA Jam.
Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't gotten ads for the mobile game that was in the thing yet. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're making an NBA Jam now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they own Midway.
Yeah.
NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah. So yeah. That's So it's all just it's a snake eating itself.
And then also coming up to you and be like, enjoy our product.
Which it's fine. It's fine. It's just so basically this was supposed to be a lot more grounded 10 years ago when they first wanted LeBron because he was the new hot like
LeBron's pushing it too.
yeah, like he's close to retirement.
I feel like I hate saying it, but I feel like if Kobe Bryant hadn't passed away,
Kobe would have showed up.
Kobe would have been in this movie.
Yeah.
Kobe would have been LeBron's character.
No, it was LeBron.
Oh, it was always going to be LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron was picked 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Remember, Kobe's like older than him.
Was he?
I think so.
I'll look up LeBron's age. You keep talking. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Basically, originally this movie was probably going to be a lot more grounded, probably going to be a lot more like the original Space Jam, which was just going to be it's a basketball game. We got the tunes. The
villain in the original Space Jam was so much better.
Like this algorithm, or like, hey, like the Toon Squad's back, or like it was probably going to be a lot more grounded. But then a few things happened. Warner Brothers superheroes things blew up. HBO Max blew up, and Ready Player One exploded all over. So now people want more stuff like Ready.
LeBron's only 36.
So and then Kobe
was like 41 when he died.
Yeah. So yeah, Kobe was like, Kobe was like like an older brother to him.
Well, you see a picture of them briefly.
Oh yeah, no, they were yeah, because. Yeah. Because I think, like, Kobe's first year was, like, 96 or whatever, so, yeah.
Yeah. He was, I think, in the original Space Jam as one of the rookies.
Yes, he was, yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, actually, yes, that is, yes. He was one of the guys that I think got the talent sucked out of him.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I completely forgot about that. Fuck. Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, I know.
So they get sucked in. And
Matrix. And it's basically the Matrix.
Yeah. Basically, it's a Matrix thing, and then Bugs is like going insane
because he's the only Looney Tune. So what happens is that algorithm was like, well, your son's gonna hang out with me, and also go fuck yourself. I'm gonna send you to like the least successful property, which is somehow in Warner Bros. Cartoons, which I refuse to believe
that's actually quite true right now. Because they're not doing much with it.
Which I'm sure now this is like
they're trying to reinvigorate it with this movie.
Get it. They're trying to
the Looney Tunes show was good, but it was reaching the demographic that it's our age and not children,
not like kids, like Mickey Mouse.
The throwback stuff that they're doing now, I don't like it, but it's not bad. So, it's not as good as I hoped it would be.
So Bugs is like, kind of. I don't want to say insane.
He's a little insane, yeah.
He's a little insane because he's the only one left. So LeBron's like, oh, okay, I'm going to form a team. And like his first choice is Superman. Yeah. Which I'm like, that's all you need is Superman.
Well, no, Superman had trouble against the Harlem Globetrotters that one time. Or
what?
I swear to God, he won again. Maybe that was
You're
a Simpsons.
Mike Tyson.
No, maybe I'm thinking of like a Simpsons joke of Superman versus the Harlem Globetrotters.
No, there was a comic where Superman fought Tyson. No, Muhammad Ali.
Oh. Yeah, well.
But anyway, that was a charity thing in DC universe. It doesn't count. But yeah, it's like Superman, King Kong. Doesn't he choose like Harry Potter as well or some shit?
King Kong, Iron Giant.
That's right.
Superman, Batman.
No, he never chooses Batman.
Batman was crossed out.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed Batman.
He wanted Batman as a tactician.
That makes sense. Yeah, Batman would
would have been the fucking coach. Like, all right.
Batman would be like, all right, you're in, you're out.
Yeah.
He just gives Superman the finger.
Yeah. It's like Superman, just fucking don't like put your nuts in their face, Superman. Come on,
Clark, just do it. Stop being a bitch. Come on,
nuts in face. That's how you win games.
And Batman would be like, I contest every foul.
Oh yeah, it's like actually no.
He throws a batarang at like Don Cheadle. This is a way more funnier movie than what we got.
Well, but people were bitching before, like, oh, Iron Man shouldn't be used as a weapon. I'm like, for a basketball game?
Iron Giant, not Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Giant, sorry.
Iron Man would be cool.
He wanted all of these people, and it's like, and Bugs is like, yeah, they're gonna be here, but,
I need to make a couple of calls.
you're gonna have to settle for the tunes because that's what the contract says, basically.
Yeah, there's no real discernible reason as to why they go for the tunes.
Basically, Bugs had like a throwaway line of like, "Yeah, no, we've done this before. You're gonna just get the Toon Squad. Fuck it. Fuck
Even
you."
though,
It's like, yeah, the Iron Giant would help, but go fuck yourself.
oh, that's another thing too. So, to the tunes, Space Jam happened.
Yeah,
But in reality, Space Jam never did happen.
it was just a movie. Yeah,
So that's like a weird, like, Earth 2 sort of thing.
it makes sense where it's
It
like,
does. Is, I mean, like, Michael Jordan would be like, hey, you don't understand what just happened to me.
Yeah.
I just hung out with fucking Bugs Bunny.
it's like, okay,
Michael Jordan has now been committed to a mental
like
institution.
Wayne Knight is like there. He's like, it's true. It's like
Bill Murray's like, yeah, no, this actually happened. Everyone just thinks Bill's just joking.
Bill would have been sent off, but it's like Jordan and Knight would have been like, okay, you two are gonna go to the nice Betty Ford clinic.
You two are clearly on some type of medication.
Like, you guys are clearly on peyote.
And let me guess, Jim Morrison was there? Well, yeah, but I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
He's everywhere, man.
I'm the Lizard King. But so, okay. This whole segment is actually kind of funny because, like, they start off with, like, getting Daffy and Porky Pig. And are they robbing the train?
No. So Daffy is trying to become a Justice League member as Super Duck, his Superman equivalent. And Porky is his
Jimmy
Olsen, who's filming him heroically saving
Which
the
is
day.
hilarious because as the train goes by, so they use Superman in the animated series from the 90s, which is brilliant.
Yes.
It's actually funny enough, I've been marathoning that a little bit too.
Same here. I'm on like episode like 7.
I'm on, I think, 11 with the Toy Man. But anyway,
Oh yeah, I'm Toy Man. That's
So you see on the train platform Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
And Clark's like, you motherfuckers, you guys are at this shit again. And I don't remember if he talks.
No, he says nothing. He just gives him the Superman look like
I'm disappointed.
Like you fucked up.
Yeah, when he gives you that look, like, okay, two choices are going to happen. So the Justice League shows up, and it's Aquaman, it was Batgirl, which is weird.
The Flash.
Flash, Green Lantern?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not misremembering that.
Yeah, it's Flash and Green Lantern, Aquaman, and it was either Batgirl or Wonder Woman. No, Wonder Woman shows up later.
Wonder Woman shows up later.
As a different Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's like, which is weird.
So, okay, actually, we'll get to that. So then they're like, okay, onto the ship. Fuck this. Superman's gonna like beat me up.
Oh yeah, they also rob Marvin the Martian's.
Yeah, they jack his rod. Yeah,
they pretty much beat him up and take his. And we're not kidding. They kind of assault this poor Martian.
They beat the fuck out of Martian.
They're like, yeah, we remember you switching sides like 6 times, like back in 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think we forgot about that.
Remember
shit.
when you were the ref?
Oh, and the reason why everyone's not in Toon World is because Algorithm, which is the name of Don Cheadle's character.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck are you all here? Y'all can do cooler shit. So they literally just like told Bugs to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
For no discernible reason. And then just like leave.
Yeah.
And then when they do that, they're all in like their own little worlds. Like, you know, like we said, Foghorn Leghorn was in
Game of Thrones. He has Daenerys Targaryen. The dragon.
Lola Bunny is trained to be an Amazon.
Wonder Woman, Speedy, and Grandma are in the Matrix.
Elmer
Fudd is in what?
Wonder Woman's not in the Matrix.
No.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Granny and Speedy are in the Matrix, which no kid today is going to understand that. That's
Elmer Fudd is Mini-Me.
Is Mini-Me in the fucking Austin Powers movie with Sylvester as the naked cat. Which, what the fuck?
First of all, that's a great insult to Vern Troyer.
And secondly, like,
he's dead.
Yeah. And secondly, what fucking child is going to be like, oh yes, Austin Powers, my favorite movie. I'm not allowed to watch
because they came out around the same time. You know, those sequels came out like in the late 90s.
Those were all late 90s, early 2000s movies.
No kid that's watching this was even their parents were like kids.
Yeah, like their parents are got to be
Imagine having to explain this as a parent to your kid for like 20 minutes.
Because
then you have to explain James Bond.
Yeah.
And that's just a whole other rabbit hole, no pun intended.
Yeah, and all this other shit. So like, okay, and then we finally get what's his name? red hair. Fuck.
Oh shit, the monster or
No, not monster.
Yosemite Sam?
So yeah, fuck. Yosemite Sam's in Casablanca, and they're
That's
like,
Humphrey Bogart's character, I think.
yeah, and then we both correct, like, oh, LeBron James he wouldn't be allowed in this bar.
But then I think like you realize that he takes over that one actor who is there,
Yeah,
which is kind of weird, and it's just this whole thing is unnecessary.
So I personally would have cut out that entire section of them going to these other two
Like if
worlds.
you're gonna do it, maybe do it for like upcoming Warner Bros. Movies. Like okay, how about they go to Atlantis and hang out with Aquaman? Like Wonder Woman's segment was cool,
or because like it was jarring, it felt lazy, and honestly,
they were. It was literally a bunch of executives who were like, hey, what are some of our funniest, most like okay, Game of Thrones, I get that.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of for
pop
the
culture.
adults, that's cool.
But they were all adult oriented. None of them
90% of them, except for like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, none of them were like other than the the DC Comics stuff. They were all stuff that was wildly inappropriate for any child watching this.
So then,
and then they go and get Lola, which of course
is like normal.
It's Wonder Woman. It's supposed to be the new Wonder Woman,
the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman,
but they're clearly like, that's probably not done yet.
Yeah.
So they're like comic book version.
So it's animated
and comic
Gal
booky,
Gadot Wonder Woman,
and it's supposed to represent. Remember the female empowerment character, which that was shoehorned in because like, oh, we're right, the symbolism of female empowerment. Which, it's like you don't really need that anymore. It's not in the 90s. Like female empowerment is just a normal thing now.
So moving from that, because I mean,
that could have all been cut.
Yeah, the whole thing is where we're getting at is that whole thing could have been cut,
and we could have gone straight to like
the basketball game, which is it's basically NBA Jam,
like basically.
It's NBA Jam the movie.
Yes.
But here's the weird part. Here comes the weird part. The part that Steve and I had probably the most fun with was so Don Cheadle like tricks a lot of people into thinking that LeBron James is going to somehow have a basketball game with his son.
Yes.
Which
it's true.
Which okay, fine.
Yeah, it's father versus son.
Which would in reality just be like a cool little YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's cute.
But but it's like a Twitter only live stream thing,
which is like so weird, and like somehow he absorbs like 100 people.
Yeah, so the kid invented. Basically, you know how mocapping in video games is really expensive, and you need a soundstage and the mocap suits. Yeah. You know, this fucking 12-year-old said, "Fuck that! I took the iToy from the Game Boy, put it onto my phone, and now I can perfectly do mocap." And mind you,
LeBron's not like freaking the fuck out over the fact that his son is a goddamn genius.
Yeah, it's like, wow, my son invented a new way to revolutionize video games. That
I should be taking him to like fucking Microsoft and shit like that,
and becoming a new billionaire.
Like holy shit!
Because he just revolutionized film and video games forever.
Like he should be talking to like ILM, all this like Disney, like all kinds of shit. But no. He wants him to play basketball
and make maybe a few mil instead of like
good contract. You get like maybe good contract, decent team. For a couple years, probably get like $3 million at the end of your run.
300 mil probably.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it really ain't bad.
Yeah,
but that's also like if you're smart with your money.
If you're smart, if you a basketballer today, probably makes like cash. 30 mil. Yeah, like a season.
That's like, well, I don't know. I think it all depends on like what position you're.
LeBron was probably.
LeBron is also a brand. Not a lot of basketball players get that.
He's got his own shoes and all this other stuff. Like Jordan. Jordan's a billionaire.
Jordan's a billionaire because of Air Jordan.
Yeah, because he had every deal imaginable, and he got paid.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah. Well, everyone. It was either you did that by court or you did that by choice, and it's better to do it by choice than court.
Because you get a lot of money. And Shaq was smart too, because Shaq branched out. He does commercials. He tried going to movies, and he just did it because it was fun. He's like,
aren't certain Arizona iced teas just his Shaq drink
something
relabeled?
Like that? Shaq had like a drink,
and it was like just relabeled Arizona's, and it didn't sell, so they just put the new.
Hey, whatever, he's trying.
Whatever.
Anyway, so for some reason, he says that like I'm going to keep everyone in this algorithm world if
Yeah.
you lose, and I'm also going to delete the Looney Tunes because fuck them.
Which, I'm sorry, if you're the algorithm for Warner Brothers, you'd know you
The Looney
don't.
Tunes are probably like the pillars.
Yeah, you do not
Because
take
then
away.
you're getting deleted, and they're just going to come right back because they're
It's
hands-on
not like
cartoons.
the world's going to forget their cartoon characters. They'll just be brought back into existence.
Like, that plot line makes no sense. I mean, not that.
I mean, they have
anything
to have
else-
some sort of stakes,
Right.
So
So then,
I just love how like it's always like Looney Tunes, like, hey, let's have a fun basketball game and get weird with it. It's like, no, fight for your lives, motherfuckers.
yeah. And then
I mean, it's still better than the original plot where it's like, hey, Michael.
yes, I mean, it's basically the same thing.
No, because the original plot was, Jordan, if you don't win, I will literally enslave you, a black person, as my
No.
slave. Yes.
No, they didn't give a fuck about him.
Jordan was going to be a slave on the planet.
Oh yeah, they never do bring up the aliens, do they?
Yeah, no, well, no, they're in like one shot, and they're like,
Oh yeah,
bummed
they're like
out.
literally blinking and missing. I didn't see them, but I did spot. Okay, so like every I mean like every
Every IP they own shows
almost-
up to watch.
We're talking. What was it? The Batman, Robin, Mr. Freeze, Voldemort.
Yeah, like Harry Potter characters. Like there's kids dressed as Slytherin. Obviously, they're not going to get Harry or anyone.
No,
They're going to get people that they can like CGI. So they got random
Hogwarts,
like Quidditch kids.
players.
They got
Joker.
Joker.
They got two Jokers. They have two Jokers, which is the 66 Joker, which is odd choice.
multiple like Batman 89, 60.
So here's what I saw.
Yep.
I'm just gonna list them off.
Yep.
Blue Falcon,
Yep.
Space Ghost,
Yep.
Jetsons, Flintstones, Scooby Doo, which you also see a poster for Scoob.
Yes. So
a couple of times.
this movie was clearly filmed. I'm gonna say
Around 2019.
2019.
Yeah. I saw the 1991 Pennywise the Clown,
I saw
The Mask,
Yeah, The Mask.
Batman, Robin, Mr. Freeze.
Yep,
Who
yep.
I didn't spot right away.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze is pretty well hidden. But he showed up as LeBron.
But
was
you
Freeze,
don't
so-
know that that's Mr. Freeze at first. So
Well-
there's like 6 dudes that are pale and bald.
Yeah,
He's not in the freeze suit.
Yeah,
He's
because I think
in the
Voldemort.
bathrobe.
Because
I mistook Voldemort.
Oh, that was him. Yeah, we thought that was Voldemort, and then we thought that was like the
The Night King, which
The Night
he's
King.
also there. The
Yeah.
Night King from Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
but no, that was Mr. Freeze in a robe for whatever reason.
It's Mr. Freeze in the bathrobe, but Voldemort is there too. Voldemort's like in a faraway shot.
Yeah. Yeah, we see Bam Bam, Pebbles.
We mentioned
the
Rick and Morty
Flintstones car.
earlier, right?
Yeah, Rick
That's
and Morty.
how they get Taz by the way.
Literally, Taz, like, yeah, like
They're
Rick.
like, yeah, we took this beaver thing and we tried to figure out what was wrong with him. This is your problem now, losers. Bye. And it's like it's the actual voice actors, which is like so
Yeah,
weird.
it's literally Justin. Fucking
Wow, it don't matter.
yeah, but like Justin Roiland.
That's it. I was
As-
gonna say
as
Harley,
Rick
but I'm
and-
like, that's not right.
Yeah, Justin Roiland. He's like, I'll have unspeakable nightmares forever. It's like, oh, great. That's what. Yeah, because kids are going to love Rick and Morty.
Fuck it, just show them the Aqua Teens.
Yeah, basically, it would probably have been less damaging because like.
It's like, oh, okay, that's adorable fast food characters.
Because literally, what the last episode I saw of Rick and Morty, there is an giant baby in space at the end that is accidentally Morty and Summer's incest baby
All right, that's enough.
because
Stop.
of a science experiment gone wrong.
That's gross.
yeah,
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, it's like that's for kids, for children.
This is why I hate this show so goddamn much.
It's
I hate it.
it's not like they had sex. It was like
No, I don't care.
it's a
gross.
lab experiment.
So anyway,
shit goes wrong.
There's other basketball players too that are like weird.
I've never heard of any of these players.
I've never heard of them, but I don't follow basketball, so that's
I mean,
me.
I think that's because back in the '90s we
knew who they were
because
in
they were
retrospect.
bigger celebrities.
Like I think it had Scottie Pippen.
it
too.
had
It had Scottie. It had Yao Ming.
I don't know. I know
I don't
it
think
had,
Yao was there yet.
it had what's his name?
It had Kobe.
It had I think it had Kamal.
I have to watch the original again.
I forgot.
They name drop all of them, and like they all actually have scenes.
Al
It's
Kareem
hilarious.
Jabal.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah,
he was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Rel shows up as a commentator, and so is some other dude from ESPN. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted Stephen A. Smith. That would have been funny. Just him
I
going
wanted to do some Pioneer Eruption.
because
Tony Kornheiser.
Because Stephen A. Smith is a fucking Looney Tune himself. He would have just been like Bugs Bunny. And like,
Yeah, that would have been great. Or the Gumbel Brothers.
oh yeah, that would have been fucking hilarious. So then they show up, and then it's like, oh, here's your human commentators, and everyone looking at the app gets like Thanos blipped.
Yeah, which is
into
so
the
weird.
phone. So like planes are going to come down. They stole firemen, so there's going to be just fires that aren't being put out
But then
right
again,
now.
This is only like 100 people. It's not that many people,
it's like
including LeBron's family.
yeah, of course, yeah, and they're
whatever.
they're sitting there just like, oh, guess
Cool. This makes sense.
yeah. And then it's an NBA game jam where there's power ups
and the whole basketball game is. You remember how entertaining and hilarious the original one was?
yes,
This one's nothing like it. This one is like
it's got moments, but it's nowhere near as funny.
no. You're gonna have more fun trying to pick out like characters.
I think that's why they did that, so that you would have more something else to do to distract you. Like just
Like-
you'd be like just
you could have fun having like a game night where you turn on the basketball scene from Space Jam and be like, all right, who can name this many characters and where are they from?
yeah.
'Cause that's the fun part. Where are they from?
Yeah.
Because I recognize half of them, like a good chunk of them. I just could not remember.
He was struggling with Gleep and Gloop from the
Yeah,
Herculoids.
Yeah, I'm like I
Which
could not remember. Gleep
that
and Gloop.
that show I only
It's
remember
obscure.
I only remember those because A, I seen them before, and B, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, where
That's where I saw them. From
one of them was like Godfather headed in his bed. He's like, oh, it's Glorp.
Speaking of The
Or is it
Godfather, you also see two mobsters, and I'm pretty sure they're from The Untouchables.
You see the fucking characters from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, you
the
see
most family-friendly movie.
You see two Jokers, two Penguins. You see the creepy Penguin and the Burgess Meredith Penguin. You see one Robin. You'll see, which is the 66 Robin. You see one Batman, which is Adam West, which is all right. That's kind of fine.
Yeah, you see
and
the
all that.
West and Burt Ward
Robin.
Yeah.
Batman Robin. And you see the 66 Catwoman. I'm pretty sure it's like just a regular Catwoman, not like season 3 Catwoman when she was Eartha Kitt.
No, I'm almost positive the one hanging out with her, because remember, it's the one with the zippers. So
Well, that one's Tim Burton. There's another one.
Oh, I didn't see her.
Yeah, she had like a. She had like
I'm
she
sure-
was like hanging
yeah.
out literally right next to Batman,
Oh,
like
okay.
on his shoulder, and
Oh, yeah,
being
it was
all
basically
flirty
date
and
night
cute.
for them.
Yeah, it's basically date night. He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I should probably help. I don't care. She's like, man, fuck him.
Fuck it, they fucked up that train today. I'm just.
He's like, you know what? That was oh, and on the train, I meant to say this too. You spot Alfred, which just raises so many questions.
I guess he was going and doing something
In Metropolis?
I mean, well, Gotham's like literally
Not
on the
always.
other side of
Not
like.
always.
Basically, and that thing, like that train, probably started in Gotham and kept.
Yeah,
just
that's
going
right. They
around.
say it goes to Gotham, Metropolis, and then Atlantis.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
Yeah, remember, he went through Atlantis and he's like spitting out fish. And then
Yeah.
stops and goes right through an orphanage.
because why not?
'Cause-
You'll see the Tim Burton Joker, which was so cool. I actually love that Joker. And I'm like, that to me is a double joke because of Jack Nicholson and his
Yeah.
love for the Lakers. He always gets Lakers. Like,
Yeah,
court side.
I was hoping that we'd see like a Billy Crystal type character or something, you know, but I
You
don't-
see, you'll see like random, like there's like this girl. I cannot think of it's either Pet Cemetery or Poltergeist. There's
Yeah,
this
it's
girl
like
with
just-
little.
it's
Because
just
you thought it was Alice in Wonderland, but
yeah,
that's
it's a relatively tall girl or
Like
woman
braids
with little girl
braids,
blades and like a blue like little girl
Dress.
dress.
like a sundress sort of thing.
Yeah, like,
or like a
uh,
school dress or whatever.
Yeah, like just like imagine a
I'm
little girl
I think
dress.
that's supposed to be the girl from Poltergeist.
Yeah, probably.
Which is another family-friendly movie.
Yeah, they're like really like all the fucked up ones that we're not supposed
You
to
know
show
who we
you
didn't see
up
though,
front.
and I wanted to see The Warriors. I'm pretty sure.
Don't think that's a. Oh wait, yes, maybe it is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because Rockstar did it, and isn't Rockstar a
no. But you think Rocksteady, but
yeah,
Anyway,
Dude,
we saw Space Ghost.
a Rockstar Warner Brothers like join up would be pretty good.
It would be, but okay.
Yeah, Space
we
Ghost.
saw Space Ghost, which blew my little mind.
By the way, Space Ghost has been doing squats. Did you see that man's ass?
Yeah, Space Ghost was jacked. He's looking at Blue Falcon the entire time. Like, yeah, look at this Adonis, bitch.
Like
Blue Falcon. I don't know if you know this. Space Ghost was CG, but Blue Falcon was a guy in like a suit. Which looks really good.
I think they're trying to do a live action.
Blue Falcon?
Yes, It either happened or was going to happen or has already happened. I cannot remember.
Anyway, so they get their asses kicked because of course they do.
Yep.
And then they go to intermission and they're like, oh yeah, I found Michael Jordan. It was Sylvester. He found Michael Jordan, and he's all excited. It's like, yeah.
And they do the don't like song.
Yeah.
And it's like
y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
No, it's Michael B. Jordan, which he actually made a good sport about it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I got sucked in, and then this fucking cat told me to show up.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
He's like, I know this guy's gonna fucking. Like, he's throwing popcorn, like, he's like, oh yeah, too much.
And LeBron's like, run away.
He's like, bro, just run away.
Like, look, man, I liked you in Black Panther, but you gotta run.
Yeah.
Which, and Sylvester actually gave a pretty funny answer. It's like, well, I mean, it's been 25 years. I thought he aged gracefully.
He's like, I thought he just aged really well.
Like, no, you idiot. That's
Michael
not how that
B.
works.
Jordan, you dumb shit, not A. Jordan.
I'm pretty sure Bugs was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, you idiot. We're going to die because of you.
So then, of course, they come back. They win.
Because they get superpowers.
Yeah, they used the move that broke the Sun's game earlier.
And deleted his character.
The Sun.
It's one of, I think, LeBron's actual basketball techniques in real life. And it deletes the character, and LeBron was going to do it. And somehow Bugs does it?
Yeah.
Bugs does it.
Because he has to be the
hero. I zoned out near the end.
Yeah, he has to be. The Sun goes, you know what? Don Cheadle's an asshole. Which
I mean, I would have done that immediately.
Yeah, because I'm like, wow, Don Cheadle's a psychopath. Fuck this.
Okay. You know what? Like, I'm good, dude.
Joins the Toon Squad, jerseys up from a dark color to a bright color, because that's how that is.
The Toon Squad font, by the way, was the same one as Goosebumps. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was.
The same one as Goosebumps.
It was. Holy shit, you're right. I don't like I said, I can't remember a fuck like. I don't.
We just saw the movie. Like, we just turned off the TV.
I can't remember any of the players, but I don't really remember the players from the first one either. Because
I mean, it's the same players.
I just kind of realized later that it was Kobe.
What happened to Speedy Gonzalez?
What do you mean?
He was there with Granny. Was he on the team?
Yeah, he was there. He was talking shit. He wasn't playing though. He was a bench warmer.
So you have Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy. Speedy Gonzalez, and you don't.
Was he? Because
yes, that is Gabriel Iglesias.
Wow, that's an easy paycheck for Fluffy.
Hey, why not, man? My man's making great dough. Good for him.
That'll pay for his coronavirus treatment.
What?
He was vaccinated and he was in LA and he got it and he's like, yeah.
Fluffy better be okay, man.
No, he's like, yeah, I came out positive. My shows are canceled until like I come back from this.
Which is fine. I'd rather. I'm sure he'd rather everyone be safe.
I'm feeling kind of shitty, but I'm all right. It's because he's a bigger dude. So
yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
And there's so many variants, so he's fine.
Good. I can't live in a world without Gabriel Iglesias. Imagine if Dave Chappelle showed up. Someone like, man, fuck y'all.
I was hoping that Bill Murray would have showed up, and he's like, I can't help you. I'm like, my knees are fucking shit. Like, I
can't help you. My people need me. He puts on a Ghostbusters uniform and flies away.
Oh yeah, something like that. He's like, or he shows up in the Ghostbusters uniform. He's like, dude, I'd help you, but I just did like a 15-hour shift. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, we had to deal with this asshole.
Wait, who owns?
I don't know.
But it would have been funny though.
It would have been funny. Well, I would have loved to have seen, since I mean they have a Clockwork Orange there. May as well have like Freddy and Jason.
I thought they were, but maybe that was photoshopped.
So Jason probably couldn't show up because of the lawsuit, but Freddy, I think, actually isn't even owned by Warner Bros. Anymore.
No, it's
referred to Wes Craven. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, we are trying to stay on topic, but like this movie is
so that's the thing is that
forgettable.
So we went through the plot. Let's kind of just basically talk about our thoughts, feelings.
It's forgettable. To me. I'm forgetting it as I talk.
Yeah, it's both. For me, it was both like brilliant and funny. Because
one thing I meant to say, at the end, Bugs Bunny, quote unquote, dies.
And then he kind of becomes God for a moment.
And then he, like, I guess, can now transfer between worlds?
Yes, he can come in, because they're going to make a Space Jam 3.
Okay, this is not Space Jam 2. Let's establish this.
Yes, it is, because it's just as dumb as the first one. It's not as grounded.
Get out of my house.
It's not nearly as grounded.
Get out of my house.
Stop
How dare you insult Space Jam. Jump out the fucking window of my 3-story house and break your neck on my fucking rugged-ass driveway.
I will fuck up that carport that I helped.
It's made of steel. Go ahead.
I'm a big boy. I'll do it.
I don't care. At least you'll be dead.
So speaking of like... So like... real quick, at the beginning when he meets Bugs, like, they go off a cliff in a car, and Bugs just, like, checks out. It's like, I'm a toon. And, like, LeBron's like, I'm not a toon. And, like, he's like, fuck, shit, fuck, I'm in pain.
Yeah.
The animation there was not that great. It was cheap.
Which is sad, because the original Space Jam, for no matter what you think of it,
the limited amount of
animation,
because they did it very limitedly.
That and Warner Bros. I think animation team back then was really good.
That and they were drawing it basically onto the film.
Yeah.
So that made it better. This is all computer generated,
which
100% green screen stuff.
But the CG, the 3D models of the tunes are actually really well done.
everything goes from, for me, everything ranges from very insanely competent to like bad.
Yeah.
Shot from shot. Like there's spots where Don Cheadle, like I 100% he's a cybernetic, because it's like they'll do like a flash over his face or something. Mm-hmm. And then there's other spots where like he's talking to you and I'm like 100% like that is clearly a green screen behind him.
Yeah.
Like
you can literally see it.
Like you can see it kind of almost.
Now mind you, we watched this on HBO Max. So we didn't see this in theaters.
We watched this on a 4K 55-inch television.
Yeah, this beauty's like 55.
Yeah, let's say 4K 55. And so we saw it in 4K. The problem is we saw it in 4K 60 FPS, which,
and again, we're pretty sure it's from HBO Max.
Yeah, that's,
we checked all of our hookups and stuff. And
I don't know why it was going at a smooth 60. It was running at a 60. It was forced.
We even checked too, because like we're in the middle of recording Shaolin Monks,
so like that was running at like 30.
And when the PS2 is still on, so I thought maybe that was like connected to that.
Yeah.
But no, it's not.
No. So I don't know why it's 60 frames per second. I don't think any movie ever. We've had this debate before. Video games should be 60 FPS. Mm-hmm. Film and television should not, like. Okay, a fully animated cartoon can be 60. That's fine. But you have to animate it for 60, because the art of 30 and 24 is an art form. You can do stuff to make it feel smooth, but like not artificial, to make everything look good. You can't just like AI 60 frames per second this. It will look like shit. It will look robotic. Films should never be 60 ever, because it looked off. It looked too,
it really did.
It looked too smooth. It looked faker. It looked too. You could tell that it looked shiny and new, and
it looked like a. It's a weird sentence for me to say, because it is, but it looked like a product.
Yeah, it looked like...
Which I don't mean that in a good way.
Yeah, it looked very corporate.
Because Warner Brothers always had one thing over Disney for me in terms of their animation. Their animation always seemed better. Like, even the old cartoons, like, you go back to the 40s, like, the 30s and 40s, their animation may not have always been the greatest, but, like, it seemed like there was, like, more... It was rugged at times, but it was, like, beneficial. for it.
Definitely, if you look at
Oh,
early...
and Big Chungus makes a cameo. By
Oh,
the way.
yeah, Big Chungus made a cameo. Yeah, I forgot. Fuck, thank you for reminding me of that.
I just now remembered.
That was great.
Big Chungus.
Because he was doing the Elmer Fudd thing, which was...
And he was insane.
What is
No, it wasn't
Big
Elmer
Chungus.
Fudd, it was Wile E. Coyote.
No, he was doing an Elmer Fudd. And
Oh,
that's where
yeah.
Big Chungus came from, is back then he transformed himself into Big Chungus to make fun of Elmer Fudd being a fat fuck. 'Cause remember, Elmer Fudd was like a fat dude.
Was he?
Yeah.
I
Originally...
always remember Elmer Fudd being like a little bald Ed Gein.
Yeah. The one we see now is the current version.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Early
Yeah, because Bugs was
versions
a skinny little crack addict when he first appeared.
like early Elmer Fudd was fat. Like really fat. He was a very portly man.
I forgot all about that.
But then,
See, like,
yeah.
we're trying to, again, this is how I feel about the movie. I'm trying so hard, and Steve can say
It's very much attention deficit, the movie.
And for someone like me, where I do pay attention very well to movies,
You can't pay attention to this.
I tried.
It's
I really did,
and
but I checked my email. I checked all kinds of stuff, and not because like
it's the ultimate like background or like
if you're working on like a project and you want something stupid,
you
for
just
the
want something to
kids.
stimulate like your imagination, then this is perfect.
Is it really?
Yes, because this is just it's just colors
Yeah,
and,
it is.
fun.
Like if you're like you're painting or something as like a hobby or whatever.
Yeah, like it just kind of gets your brain just kind of like stimulated
like
without attention like
and
taking
and
focus.
it's not tiring. So like if you're a parent and you somehow found us, which okay,
Yeah. It's like good luck with that, bud.
good luck. I'm sorry. But if you're a parent, I mean, in all honesty, if you put this in front of like your 3-year-old, they're gonna have fun.
They're not
They're
gonna
not gonna pick.
They're not gonna understand any of the references.
No,
'cause-
but they're also 3.
Yeah, so this movie, I feel like it was 100% made
For nostalgia bait.
Yeah, it's nostalgia bait. It's meant for like our generation to take our children to.
And yeah, which is like because the original Space Jam had that too. You know, like all the product placement jokes, which I didn't catch when I was a kid. I was like, okay,
that was
weird.
intentional because that was in Jordan's contract.
Yeah.
They had to do
So
all
they
that.
literally just had Wayne Knight just say it all in one go.
And then
Jordan
it was like
looked
perfect.
pissed. And Jordan looked pissed.
No, he wasn't. He was like, "Oh, thank God, we
He's
don't
like,
have
oh, thank
to
the
fucking."
Lord. Yeah, you're
Because
right.
if I have to take,
you literally see him sigh, just going, "Oh, thank the Lord."
because it's like I'm not having to take like 9 Big Mac like.
I'm not
bites.
doing that, dude. No.
Because like, do you like when like they have to eat like a cheeseburger just right? They have to eat like 40 bites of like 40 different burgers until they get the right.
And they're all
shot.
terrible.
Yeah, because they're all like been under heat lamps and shit. And they're all like fake. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry,
so
I'm
like,
not trying to yawn because I'm tired, but like it is. The movie isn't boring. I will say this.
No,
And
it's-
I would if you were to do like a 1 through 5 star ranking, I'd give this like 2 stars.
I'd say it's a solid.
Not the worst thing I've ever
It's
seen.
a solid 3.5 out of 5 because like
Really?
you're
way more forgiving than I am.
it's bad, but it's not terrible. It's trying to. It
is trying.
Like it's corporate trash, but it knows it's corporate.
In
trash.
fairness, it does seem like Warner Brothers when they made this, they really do want to celebrate their properties.
Yeah,
that's where you really kind of can see like
definitely them going. Listen, we have all this shit,
and we still love it.
We love it. We haven't used it, so this is how we keep our IPs.
I get that because it's like it's all like kind of like weirdly unique IPs that like. Game of Thrones are doing like the prequel series right now, for example.
They
and
are?
Harry Potter. Oh yeah, you didn't know this?
No.
They're doing like a whole prequel series. Oh yeah.
Harry Potter, they keep trying to do.
Well,
stuff.
Harry Potter, they're doing the Fantastic Beasts stuff.
Yeah. I think
DC's obvious.
They asked Daniel Radcliffe, and he's like, not for all the money and God's green earth would I show up as Harry again.
No,
but
thank you. Again, and like the Matrix. Obviously, they're doing Matrix 4.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
That was supposed to already be out.
Yeah, but then
So when this movie was written, a lot of
we can't say it that cannot be named.
Yeah. So when this was all written, a lot of these movies were supposed to be out. Like the new Matrix was supposed to be out.
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff. But then
Wonder Woman was supposed to come out like I think Space Jam was supposed to come out around the same time as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so that was why they used the Wonder Woman, and then
which I liked Wonder Woman '84.
Yeah,
liked
I'm thinking maybe this movie's why they had the 2 openings. Because remember, in '84 they had the mall scene and then the Amazon truck. That is 2 openings.
Yeah, because that movie,
one of those should have been cut.
Yeah, I would have cut the Amazon training.
Yeah, honestly, because it serves
the mall scene is more interesting,
and it serves no purpose.
The mall scene makes sense.
Yeah, because it's getting the plot going.
Yeah, but anyway,
that's for another day.
My only issues with it, I will say, is LeBron. It does seem like he's having fun.
Yeah,
LeBron seems like he's having a blast.
Don Cheadle is like having.
Don Cheadle is doing like backflips off screen and shit. Like Don Cheadle is like
he's having fun.
You know, he's probably having more fun doing this than the Avengers.
Because that was because he had to be.
He's just like
that
there.
guy.
And also too, like in the Avengers, a lot of times, in my opinion, he's just there.
He's just like it's just a close up on his face, going, "Ooh, I don't know about this, Tony."
How about we kill baby Thanos?
Well, why don't we just? They tried that once. It didn't work.
Yeah. But anyway, so, you know, and the kid actor actually does all right.
Yeah,
like he's not a bad actor,
and they're not really giving him anything to. They
don't give him anything to work with.
They give him basically a bit more than a cereal commercial's worth of acting.
But even then, like he's not doing bad. Actually,
no,
usually kid actors I'm pretty forgiving on because they're kids.
He's 12, so he's old enough to do like a decent job.
He does a decent job, I think. You know, I think he did okay
because they're just supposed to be just normal, regular teens. They're not like on a great adventure. They're just
like this literally just happens to him, and they're both like,
it's like, well, I'm just gonna react and be like, oh wow, all these things I watch on TV, cool.
Yeah. Which the kid wouldn't have half a clue as to what I will say is LeBron.
No, it's LeBron. He would have been like, you're watching Tiny Toons.
LeBron gushing over like Bugs Bunny, like you can actually hear the enthusiasm in his voice. Like he's actually excited.
Yeah,
which is adorable.
Yeah,
you know, like he's 36, so he's a couple years older than us.
Yeah,
we all kind of grew up. A lot of people too, like even in our demographic, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I mean, watch this channel. We all kind of grew up in like maybe the early 80s, or not early 80s, late 80s, early 90s.
Like throughout the like early 80s to throughout the entire 90s, early 2000s,
and all this,
like
there.
like Bugs Bunny and all that was on television until at least 05, 07, something like that.
It's still on TV.
With actually the new Looney Tunes.
Whereas with me, I had the Boomerang channel, which was originally the Hanna-Barbera channel.
Yeah, I'd go over to Wilson's and we'd watch that a lot of times.
So for me, it was really cool to see like Blue Falcon and Space Ghost
and he wasn't hosting anything. Dude, if Space Ghost,
oh my god, if Space Ghost was hosting the game, I would.
Oh my god, if he was one of the commentators, I would have been like 10 out of 10.
And it was the same voice. I'm like, this is the greatest movie ever made.
Just 10 out of 10.
And he has, you know what he has on his desk? Yeah, a milkshake.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10, perfect.
Like, listen to me, you little bastard.
This movie is both like brilliant and horrible at the same time.
Fundamentally, it's a bad movie.
Like it's fundamentally a bad movie, but it's also a movie that's like, hey, look, we're making fun of ourselves.
We know what this is.
This is a corporate shill because we're trying to make sure that we keep a death grip on all of our IPs. So here they all are.
In the weirdest way, it doesn't feel sleazy.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel. It
feels kind of genuine.
It feels genuine, but also like a corporate product at the same time.
It's literally like a corporation be like, you know what, we actually do give a shit about these.
Yeah, it's like listen,
like we're trying.
This is a corporate cash grab, but you're gonna have fun. It's like a carnival.
It's like if a dude from Warner Bros., like an executive from Warner Bros., was like making this, but like he's still in a suit, but he at least takes off like his tie. Yeah. Like as weird like an analogy as that is.
Like he takes off his tie and unbuttons like 2 buttons.
He's like, you know what? Seriously, let's just fucking have fun.
Yeah,
it's play with some fucking Batman toys and whatever.
That's as honestly, I felt like if I have to compare this to Ready Player One because it's the only thing I could.
Oh, the Iron Giant. That was the other one that we saw. King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong. Basically all of them. which they insult King Kong, and King Kong is like, "Fuck you, dude."
King Kong looks at Don Cheadle like, "Say that shit again." Don Cheadle's like, "I'm sorry." like algorithm's like, King Kong's got nothing on me because he joins the game. And
King
it's
Kong's
like,
like, "Well then,
and Kong's like, "How dare you? I have never been insulted." He's like, "Oh, Kong, I'm sorry." Like, he looks at Kong for a second like, "Oh shit, I forgot you were like right there.
It's like, so sorry, dude.
You could destroy me. Because you're a giant ape."
So,
And depending on which Kong you go with, you may or may not have superpowers.
yeah. So if I were to rate this movie, I'd say definitely watch it for free.
Yeah, watch it on HBO Max.
Or you know what? Fuck it. Support your local small theater.
Yeah.
If it's like a $10 ticket, it's worth
Yeah,
it.
you know.
Get stoned beforehand.
The
It's
reason
a
why
fun
we didn't
time.
was because we wanted to sit there and watch like all the little references.
Yeah, we wanted to pause and look at it.
And plus, like, you know, it was.
I didn't hate it. It's fun, and it was a smart idea to bring all these IPs that they're not currently using.
I don't hate it. Like, I was texting my girlfriend throughout it, and I told her some of the things. She's just like, I mean, she's not as forgiving as I am.
I think the biggest sin was the Austin Powers.
No, Porky Pig rapping.
No, yes, but
they
no.
say Notorious P.I.G.
So here's the
thing. I almost got up. And
that's the scene I saw when this movie was about to come out that made people go, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
Also, hey, people who make animated movies, professional voice actors like the guy who's been voicing Porky for years and the guy who's been voicing Bugs for years, put their fucking names in the goddamn trailers and on the credit board. All right, I don't give a shit that Zidania is in this.
Zendaya, you fuck.
I don't give a.
She actually did a good job.
Fuck yeah, she actually did. She did great.
She did a really good job.
I did not know that it was her until I saw the credits. I thought it was like the original Lola actress.
Who voiced the original Lola?
I think it was another celebrity get.
But either way, I mean, and she actually really did a solid job.
Yeah, I mean, because she's an actress,
like an actually talented.
But
actress.
here's the thing. All right, like yes,
I'm just pretty sure it's done voice work before.
I'm gonna go on a tangent here. Like yes, okay, Lord. Like I love Studio Ghibli movies, and when they get someone famous like Brad Pitt or I think Leonardo DiCaprio was in the one. Yes, they always do a fantastic job because they have great voice acting directors helping them. But stop putting celebrities in everything. If you need someone to do the fucking job and do it right, get a professional voice actor because that's what they're good at. Actors are good at doing an emotion, like they can cry and they can be angry and it feels authentic on screen when you see their face. But a voice actor can do it all in just their tone. And that's what makes a movie great. Like any episode of an anime that's properly dubbed, I will feel more emotion than most shit like The Boss Baby, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking up who voiced the original Lola Bunny, and it's actually a voice actress.
Yes. So
her name was Kath. I'm gonna mispronounce this last name. Sushi.
Let me see.
Soucie.
Let me see.
Hold on. Cousie or CIE. But
yeah, I can't pronounce that.
but anyway, she's been in like Mass Effect. Rugrats. She's actually Kubert in Futurama. That's the original Lola.
Oh.
Yeah. So like
Kubert, yeah. So yeah. You know what? Now I can hear it now.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. So definitely, like I would say, check this movie out. Hated it, but also kind of love it.
I mean, I don't know if hate it, like now that
I could not hate.
over,
I cannot hate it, but like
I can't hate Warner. Like I can't hate Looney Tunes.
Like no, I can't hate anybody for making this. It's a smart move. I mean, like I get they did it so that they could make sure that they keep all their IPs in check
and they keep their relevance, and you keep just be like, hey, we're more than DC.
Yeah, we're more than DC. Like check out a fucking Boomerang.
Like here's some fucking Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
remember him?
Yeah,
and Bugs is in this I think way more than he was in the original.
About the same, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah, because remember, he's Bugs fucking. This is his movie.
This is like, fuck you, Jordan.
Honestly,
fuck you, LeBron.
I think we're ready for an honest to God, like actual, just straight up Looney Tunes movie again. You know,
I'm cool
like,
with
where,
that.
Like they're just hanging out and doing stuff. Like I legitimately had fun last time I saw a Looney Tunes Christmas Carol, and that was made in like 2008.
I never saw it. I always have fun whenever I watch the old ones.
It's just Daffy Duck.
Maybe I did see it.
Like Bugs, and yeah, like they're working at a mall.
Of course they are.
You know, he gets visited by three ghosts.
But as for LeBron, I do think he does a better job than Jordan.
Yeah, because Jordan was not a very good actor, and also
he also wasn't a good baseball player. But it's a sad point.
Well,
wasn't he in a junior league?
No, he was in a major league. I
swear he was.
He might have been. I don't fucking remember. I just know that the conspiracy theory is that he was doing that because he was temporarily banned for like betting on games.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just the rumor. I would say absolutely we had fun at least. This was fun. This definitely isn't going to be like. Also, if you're watching this and you're like hearing us ramble like idiots, this is just us going off the cuff. This is not going to be anything
this was
like.
kind of like, hey, do you just want to do it now?
Yeah, we're just doing it. We're just going through it because like.
We also had a long day with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we're just rambling and just because we're rambling and going everywhere because that's kind of how the movie was. The movie has attention deficit disorder. You just get hit with so much like
worse than the original because at least the original had like a solid plot. There wasn't like references to like Batman.
Yeah, it was solid. I mean, like they did. There was one reference to Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think like they did like maybe MIB and shit like that. Yeah, I remember them doing MIB.
But like that was like timely at least.
It was all like in the same like 5 years. They weren't doing like this 1960s Batman.
Yeah, and
which is still weird.
They weren't showing a movie that came out
a horror movie about
1998. You know, they weren't showing fucking Casablanca. I only know about that because it's Casablanca.
You're a film student, so you know about it more. I mean, I've never seen it.
It's definitely. I think it's.
Because I always get mixed up with Gone with the Wind. Where's the one where the guy's running and there's an airplane just trying to get him?
Oh, that's a Hitchcock film.
It's not Gone with the Wind.
No, it's not Gone with the Wind. It's
Usual Suspects.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't remember. We'll figure it out someday. Yeah, so it's a very ADHD movie. It throws everything at you. It throws a bunch of different movies at you. It throws a bunch of references at you.
Even if you get them, you're just gonna roll your eyes.
And at the end, you're just like blasted with basically the entirety of HBO Max lineup. This is a giant ad for HBO Max.
More so, like I know people complaining about like Zack Snyder's Justice League being like kind of like the only reason why to buy HBO Max would be like to buy that.
Yeah, no, fuck that. There's
like
plenty
at
of
least
stuff.
that movie's actually
like
that movie's really good.
Like when I wind down for the day, I'll put on like an episode of Dexter's Lab and then like watch some Aqua Teen or some shit.
Yeah,
or then
like if I can't sleep, I'll just put on Aqua Teen.
Yeah, or like making
just
a murder
watch the adventures of Carl.
Yeah, or watch that.
Or there's actually some really good ass documentaries.
Yeah, like
the 4-part Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, the Heaven's Gate thing, that's interesting. The QAnon thing, that's pretty interesting.
But we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Which again, we are so sorry about that. Like the movie, it is very hard to stay focused with it.
You can't stay focused. It's not grounded. The original movie was extremely grounded. It's these guys show up, they're gonna enslave us. Michael Jordan, we need his help because he's God. They get Michael. Then Danny DeVito's like, I'm going to make you my black slave. We forgot racism existed for this movie. Oops, our bad. They win the game. Wayne Knight gets like beaten up, which that's not cool. But then of course that was kind of
Wayne Knight deserved abuse for his shit at Jurassic Park.
I guess that was his stick back then. Fat guy that got beat up.
And he's also Newman.
Yeah, well,
So-
Newman always gets his ass kicked and he always has it coming.
Yeah.
Because he, yeah.
But, you know, it's just...
I'm sorry, I'm just remembering.
It's okay.
When Kramer's like, I'd like to stop my mail. And like, Newman's like, oh, fuck, you caught on. You can do that.
oh, you could do that?
It's like, shit.
Shit.
You can't.
You weren't supposed to know.
Honestly, I'd say go ahead, watch. And then, again, just for a final wrap up here, when we do this again, we're probably going to do something like The Joker or something more.
We're gonna
we'll
we've
definitely
been meaning to do this for a while. Actually, we meant to do this when Joker came out, but stuff came up.
Yeah, like it's always like, oh, my car blew up or some
Something
shit,
like
you know, like definitely we're gonna try to do more funny and more in detail.
Yeah, like we're gonna really kind of like, you know,
because like there's like it's not like there's any real moral or
not really.
Or,
I mean, I guess like if you're like a parent, don't be a shitty parent.
Yeah,
but like that's about it.
But like that was kind of like, what's the fucking point of Space Jam 1 other than believe in yourself?
That's it. And your arm can stretch.
But it's Michael Jordan. He never doubted himself ever. It was just a fun. It was just entertainment for entertainment's sake.
It was literally just it was like, hey. Like, and nothing about Space Jam made any sense.
I don't think there was even like a motif or anything I could latch on to.
It was just like have fun with it. Even the plot wasn't that serious. The consequences weren't that serious.
I mean, they were going to be destroyed, but then again, it wasn't like. And then those people were going to be enslaved, but then I'm sure someone on the other side could have figured it out.
Like, oh, you know what, we could literally just go around like in a loophole.
Yeah, like yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, binding contract, assholes.
Yeah, you know,
we can exit the contract within the first 30 days of signing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something like that.
Some dumb legal
shit.
That, like,
there's
Bugs
1,000 people. Someone had to have been a lawyer that read the fucking contract.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh yeah. Which okay, right before we leave you, I want to say. The scene that they used for Game of Thrones was Foghorn Leghorn as Daenerys doing the most fucked up scene in Game of Thrones where she murders all those people. And it's really fucked up. So, out of all the scenes, you picked the most fucked up one.
Foghorn Leghorn is lame. They had to do something. I'm sorry, I don't like Foghorn Leghorn. I never did.
I would have rather have seen him in,
the old one? Was he in the old one?
Yeah. They were all in the old one.
No, not the monster. Not the big red monster.
Yeah, Gossamer was in there.
Was he?
Yeah.
Gossamer?
I don't remember.
I don't think he played.
I don't think he played, but he was on the team. Because he was like the tallest one they had.
Yeah, I'm vaguely remembering. I think he's just hanging out with Bill Murray.
He might have played, and I just don't remember because he doesn't speak in that.
He doesn't speak at all.
That's why, if you guys have HBO Max, go ahead and do yourself a favor and watch the Looney Tunes show.
Yeah, please watch Looney Tunes cartoons.
No, like
I mean, in general,
specifically from like the Looney Tunes show from, I want to say 2016.
And also the older cartoons.
Yeah, because that one is really good. It's very Seinfeld-like. I absolutely loved it. I was kind of upset when they canceled it. But I get it. It should have been like a 9:00 show for like people waiting for like Adult Swim to start. That probably would have gotten more.
And I encourage people to watch the original Looney Tunes as well, because I mean they're almost 100 years old.
Yeah,
but they're still hilarious.
Yeah, they're probably 1935 at least for Porky Pig.
And I'm pretty sure Porky was Bugs was the first.
Yeah.
Bugs was definitely the first.
Yeah, him and Porky and all of them were...
No, Bugs and Daffy. Rabbit season, duck season's old.
Yeah.
Rabbit season, duck season.
No, that was like the first crossover. It was definitely just...
But in all seriousness, I mean, they are... To me, the Looney Tunes, I feel like, for a long time, were kind of out of the public consciousness.
Yeah, so they tried to bring it back with the Looney Tunes show. That kind of worked. And now they... just released, I think, last year or maybe earlier this year. And they're putting it on Cartoon Network properly right now. Is basically they're doing the old cartoons. Yeah, so it's basically like it's your classic slapstick like Elmer Fudd versus Bugs Bunny type of style cartoon, like a very Chuck Jones era, Tex Avery styles. And I liked it, but I didn't like it enough. It didn't have the same spirit and energy.
There are some like weird versions of
And of course, there were
like
some.
remember that 2000 one where they were like Batman Beyond,
Oh yeah,
the extreme ones.
the lunatics, where it was like Bugs's future children, and it. I can't remember if there was like
No,
accidental.
I thought they were just like the Looney Tunes, but like
No,
Time Fighters.
no, they were like it was future generations.
That's
And
stupid.
it was like weird because I think it was accidental incestuous between the Lola and Bugs character.
They're not related.
I think they kind of were. Someone like theorized that they were, and it was weird. Anyways, I don't
They're
remember.
not related.
Yeah, no,
Like at all.
no, because they're the descendants of Bugs and Lola.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyways, that was weird. That kind of flopped, and that was kind of like the Death Nail era of the Warner Brothers.
That and back in Looney Tunes Back in Action, which even though I like that movie,
That movie was really good, except for
movie
the
bombed.
Walmart scene.
that movie also really bombed.
It
'Cause that was supposed to be like the spiritual successor to Space Jam.
yeah, that
And
was
then,
going to
like Space Jam came out like what, like 96, like was probably like one of the biggest movies in 1996.
yeah, and that one came out. I want to say
2003.
Yeah, I was gonna say
2003. I saw it in theaters. I liked it.
I saw it in theaters too, and then I tried to watch it like 2 years ago, and I got to the Walmart scene and I just stopped.
I don't even remember. All I remember is Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser and all of them, they like their convertible breaks down, and then they're like in the desert and like, oh god, we're gonna fucking die. There's nothing for us. They look over and there's a Walmart superstore, and they get like drinks and all that, and they come out like, wow, thank you Walmart for being here with all these fabulous cheap products.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
now I remember.
So that's I think right there that's what killed them. If they didn't have that shit, it would have been great. Other than that, I really liked it, but I think the Rocky and Bullwinkle reboot also hurt because it
And
was
Tom and Jerry's
Yeah.
weird ass live action movie they just had.
yeah. So that's right there with the Rocky. That's actually
Oh, we
worse
didn't
than
see Tom and Jerry at the game.
that's because they're like a different part of.
Yeah, because they're not really Looney Tunes.
No, they're a different part of.
They're like their own thing.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry belong to another cartoon Hanna-Barbera verse.
There's another.
I think they're part of the Hanna-Barbera verse, but not
Okay.
like in that core. Like, it's very weird. Cartoons are weird.
But anyway.
Oh wait,
we're
no,
both
because Tom and Jerry
starting-
are MGM.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. We're both starting to get kind of just
Yeah.
like droning on.
Anyways, we're trying to get back to doing Mortal Kombat. So yeah, I would say definitely recommend it, and hopefully we do more of these.
Yeah, I definitely want us to do more.
Like we got Joker, Birds of Prey. We want to talk about basically the whole DC lineup, really.
I want to start. If we're gonna do it that, I want to start with the '89 movie, and
Yeah,
then just work our way up.
yeah. Like,
Oh, actually, no. I want to start the original Superman movie. That's where it kind of all really starts.
yeah. Well, I mean, like we're gonna do a bunch of other stuff too, not just DC.
Oh,
You know.
of course, we're gonna do like horror movies, like around like when Halloween Kills
Oh,
comes out. We're gonna definitely go over all the Halloweens. And like my
okay.
big ass conspiracy theory about
Okay.
how it's not really Michael Myers after a certain point.
But when you start screaming about how like Halloween 4 was it 4 or
Halloween 4 is not bad. It's Halloween 6.
oh god
That's the
fuck
one with the curse.
there's yeah
There's not if you don't count the okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Resurrection was 8. Rob Zombie 2. Halloween Kills. There's this many.
there's like 10
Yeah.
maybe more.
Halloween Return or Halloween Ends comes out, so that's 11. There's 11 Halloween movies.
Okay, so yeah we'll do
I
those.
might have miscounted.
Yeah, we'll do those. We'll do horror. We'll do comedy. We were supposed to start with Marvel, but that day
Yeah.
you had an emergency, so you ducked out, and then we only had the one mic working, and I had to delete it because you could literally hear the flop sweat coming off of us in that
Ooh.
recording.
What recording was this?
This was right after Infinity War Part 1.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, because you left right before we did it, and then Matt and us went upstairs because the quietest room was like Wilson's old apartment, and there was no fucking AC that day, so you could just
So all three of you just became
we were just
comfortable under sweat.
yeah. Like I it was almost to the point where I was shirtless, just going, and fucking Thanos killed that guy, and
And your titties are just swapping.
yeah. So we had to delete that. No, I was going to post it eventually, but then the great hard crash disaster of 2020 happened. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, that has been us on
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
far longer than we thought we were going to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, we did kind of. I do apologize again.
Just to recap, corporate shill of a nightmare. Go ahead and watch it for free if you want.
It was kind of made with love.
Yeah, it's made with love. It was fun. We will see you guys next time with, I don't know, the Boss Baby or some shit. I don't know.
No, I got an idea.
All
Mortal
right.
Kombat 2021.
Okay. Yep, that's coming out. All right. Or maybe. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Maybe that Ryan Reynolds movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
Since we can do that for my birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot that movie was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then
A global pandemic occurred.
Yeah. So, all right. That's been Heavy Crow Untitled Movie Show, episode 0.
We're staying with that name.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.